Hello, wrestling world. This is Backstage Slam Reports, giving you the latest stories and surprises from WWE. Hit subscribe and let's go. Sometimes the most powerful moments in wrestling don't happen under bright arena lights or during championship matches. They unfold quietly, away from the cameras, when the performers we idolize are stripped of their larger-than-life personas and revealed as human beings, vulnerable, fragile, and real. That's exactly what happened recently behind closed doors at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Roman Reigns, the man millions have hailed as the tribal chief, is now facing an opponent far tougher than any he's ever battled inside the ring: his own health. And when Nia Jax walked into that hospital room unannounced, the world saw a side of both of them that broke the internet and melted hearts across the wrestling universe. The quiet before the storm Roman Reigns has always been more than a wrestler. For over 1,000 days, he has been the face of WWE, a symbol of dominance, resilience, and family legacy. But even the strongest warriors have their limits. Sources close to the family revealed that Roman was admitted to the hospital for complications related to exhaustion and overexertion. Behind the glory of his reign were months, perhaps years, of pushing through pain, physical wear, and emotional pressure. The long travel schedules, the constant expectations, and the mental strain of being the face of an empire had all taken their toll. For once, the tribal chief was no longer in control of his destiny. He was a patient, surrounded by doctors, machines, and sterile white walls. The unexpected visitor. While his closest allies, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman, were busy fulfilling their professional obligations, it was Nia Jax who did something unexpected. She simply showed up. No press release, no cameras, no grand announcement, just family showing up for family. When Nia stepped through that hospital doorway, she wasn't the fierce powerhouse who dominates the ring. She was Leati Joseph Anoa'i's cousin, the same girl who used to wrestle with him at family barbecues before the world called him Roman Reigns. In that moment, it wasn't about titles, storylines, or glory. It was about love, blood, and loyalty that goes far deeper than any wrestling angle. A visit that changed everything. Hospital staff who witnessed the encounter described it as emotional and deeply personal. Nia arrived with a simple duffel bag, but what was inside carried decades of memories. Photo albums filled with childhood pictures, snapshots from family dinners, and handwritten notes from the early days of their careers. One nurse recalled hearing laughter through the door, the kind that mixes with tears. The sound of two people remembering who they were before fame made them icons. At one point, Nia reportedly told Roman, "You've spent your whole life being the tribal chief for everyone else. But before all that, you were just my little cousin who I used to put in headlocks. That person matters more than any title ever will." Those words, simple yet profound, reminded everyone listening that underneath the persona, Roman is still human. A man who has carried not only a company, but also the expectations of an entire family legacy on his shoulders. The wrestling world reacts. When word spread that Roman had been hospitalized, the outpouring of emotion from fans was immediate and overwhelming. Hashtags supporting him flooded social media, with thousands of fans sending prayers, love, and memories from his career. But along with that came criticism directed toward WWE management. Many fans questioned why it took a health scare for the company to prioritize the wellness of its biggest star. Others pointed out how performers often sacrifice their physical and mental well-being for the sake of entertainment. only to face silence from corporate offices when they need care the most. Wrestlers from across promotions, WWE, AEW, NJPW, and even independent circuits, set aside rivalries to share messages of support. It wasn't about competition anymore. It was about humanity, empathy, and respect for someone who had given his entire body and soul to the industry. The broader question, is WWE doing enough? As fans continue to rally behind Roman, a larger conversation has ignited within the wrestling community. How much responsibility do major promotions have toward the health and mental well-being of their stars? The schedules are grueling, the travel constant, and the expectations unrelenting. Roman Reigns, despite being one of the most decorated champions in modern history, is still human. His health scare has forced fans and insiders alike to confront uncomfortable truths about the physical and emotional toll of the business. Calls for better health policies, mental health resources, and mandatory recovery periods are growing louder. Wrestlers are athletes, but they are also artists, storytellers, and parents. They deserve more than applause. They deserve protection. Nia's message to the world. Later that night, Nia Jax posted a simple image on social media, a Samoan tribal symbol accompanied by the word Iga, meaning family. Her caption read, "Some things are bigger than the business. Some people are worth more than their last match." Always the post resonated deeply, receiving millions of likes and thousands of comments. It wasn't about sympathy or publicity. It was about perspective. In an industry built on spectacle and strength, her message was a quiet but powerful reminder that compassion is just as vital as championship gold. It showed the world that sometimes the truest act of courage isn't stepping into the ring. It's showing up when someone needs you most. Hope and reflection. As of the latest reports, Roman Reigns is stable, resting, and surrounded by family. The road to recovery may be long, but the love pouring in from fans and peers alike has made one thing clear. No one stands taller in this industry than the man who reminds us of his humanity. His story has always been one of resilience. From overcoming leukemia to becoming the face of modern wrestling, he has proven time and again that strength is not about being invincible. It's about standing back up no matter how many times you're knocked down. This hospital moment isn't the end of Roman's story. It's a new chapter. One that strips away the armor and shows the man behind the myth. Conclusion. What happened inside that hospital room wasn't a storyline, a publicity stunt, or a scripted scene. It was real. It was raw. It was family in its purest form. Nia Jax didn't walk in as a fellow wrestler. She walked in as a cousin, a protector, and a reminder that love and loyalty don't need a camera to matter. Her gesture became a symbol for something larger, a call to remember the people behind the personas, to treat them with care, respect, and empathy. The world of wrestling thrives on larger-than-life characters, but it's the quiet, human moments like this that define its heart. And if this moment has taught us anything, it's that even the tribal chief sometimes needs to be reminded. He's loved, he's human, and he's never alone.